this evening. First, a 6-year-old girl is in critical condition after a shooting at her home in Monrepo on the east coast of Demerara. The police are actively investigating the scene and questioning several people. Stay tuned for further updates on this developing story. Next, in a move to enhance transparency and accountability, the Ghana Police Force will distribute 1,200 body cameras to officers across all regional divisions. This initiative aims to modernize the Ghana Police Force and build trust with communities nationwide. More details on this significant development next. Then, Dr. Karen Cummins is calling for an investigation into allegations of mistreatment and malpractice at GPHC following several recent complaints, including misdiagnosis and poor patient care. Stay with us as we explore these allegations and the hospital's response. Also, police are investigating an alleged sacrilege at the Good News Fellowship Full Gospel Church in Bartica. We'll bring you the details of this incident and the police's ongoing investigation. And finally, in international news, at least 9 people have died and dozens more have been injured after a freight train collided with a passenger train in India's West Bengal state. We'll have the latest updates on this tragic accident and the rescue efforts on the way. All this and more coming up next on our newscast. Stay tuned. Welcome to this broadcast of Channel 2's Headline News Update for June 18, 2024. I'm Baby Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. First up, police are investigating a shooting incident that left a 6-year-old girl critically injured at her home in Monrepo, East Coast Demerara. The incident occurred between 10:30 p.m. Saturday and 5:30 a.m. Sunday. The police team from CID headquarters examined the scene, discovering a suspected gunshot entry in the zinc roof above the child's bed and bloodstains on the bed. No spent shells were found. The girl lives with her parents and sister. Reports said that around 10:30 p.m., her mother put her to bed. At 5:30 a.m. the following day, the mother discovered her daughter groaning with her head and clothing soaked in blood. The child was rushed to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where she underwent a CT scan and was scheduled for surgery. She remains in critical condition. The parents' hands were swabbed for gunshot residue and several people were questioned. However, the police received no relevant information and no sounds of gunshots were reportedly heard. Meanwhile, investigations are ongoing. Also making the headlines, the Ghana Police Force is set to enhance transparency, accountability, and efficiency by equipping officers with 1,200 body cameras. According to the agency's Corporate Communications Unit, the cameras will be evenly distributed across all police regional divisions in the coming weeks. Officers have recently completed training in using 4th-generation body cameras, and ongoing training is planned to ensure the technology's effective utilization. This initiative aims to modernize the Ghana Police Force and build trust within communities nationwide. The primary purpose of the body camera is to capture digital audio-video evidence for criminal, civil, and traffic-related court cases. They will also help document events accurately, improve report accuracy, and review interactions between the police officers and the public. Senior Superintendent Jermaine Johnson, who oversaw the training, highlighted that the new equipment would also protect the well-being of police officers. On a different note, former Minister of Health Dr. Karen Cummins has called for an investigation into allegations of mistreatment and malpractice at the Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation. Cummins expressed concerns over several recent complaints, including an 80-year-old patient reporting poor treatment, a viral video showing a patient lying on the floor, and a woman claiming her daughter was misdiagnosed. Cummins criticized the healthcare provided at GPHC, noting frequent complaints about long wait times, inadequate physical examinations, and misdiagnosis. She emphasized the need for a thorough probe at GPHC and other public health facilities across Guyana to improve patient care. These comments followed the death of Deandra Liverpool at the GPHC. Liverpool's mother, Diane London, challenged the hospital's claim that Liverpool did not follow medical advice, asserting that all prescribed treatment were adhered to. London believes her daughter was misdiagnosed with a brain tumor when an autopsy revealed that she had a cerebral cyst. She disputed GPHC's statement and criticized the hospital's response, alleging a lack of proper investigation into her daughter's case. Dr. Cummins highlighted the substantial budget allocated for healthcare and called for improvements, especially given Guyana's growing wealth. She stressed the need for a healthcare system that is safe, patient-centered, effective, and equitable. Stick around when we return. Prime Minister Phillips urges men to be responsible and healthy, and Ministry of Health honors heroes of blood donation on World Blood Donation Day.
Experience more than award-winning speed.
Way more.
Get the best that LTE has to offer on Digicel, officially the fastest mobile network in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speedtest, recognizes Digicel as the best mobile network in Guyana. With the best LTE experience and the fastest data speeds, experience it all with Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for doing surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, Lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. Here's credit. And today, all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, white spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you don't know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radhika went to the supermarket and she probably buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. She shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
The Father's Day Cultural Extravaganza is here again. Yes, it's dedication to Daddy 5, A Father's Dream 2. Featuring Marissa Morgan Bonney, Romel Edmondson, Keisha Sam, Delisha Wright, Simone Dowding, Jolyon Harry, Colin Ambrose, Mosa Telford, Frederick Minty, Antoine De Silva, Ryan Hadley, Creative Arts Dance Troupe, and others. On Sunday, June 16 from 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Tickets are $2,500. Directed by Sharon Cadogan Taylor.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Mill Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Welcome back. A 37-year-old construction worker is in hot water after he broke into the Good News Fellowship Full Gospel Church at Martica, where he stole items valued at $187,000, including cases of Banks Malta and Trill soft drinks and a music box. Reported that Pastor Andrew Prasad discovered the missing items upon returning to church Sunday morning after securing it the previous night. CCTV footage identified the suspect leaving with the stolen goods, prompting his arrest at his residence later that day. The suspect admitted to the theft and assisted police in recovering the hidden music box. When questioned about the beverages, the suspect confessed to sharing the stolen beverages with his friends. He remains in custody at Bartica Police Station while investigations continue into the incident. Moving on, Prime Minister Brigadier retired Mark Phillips called on fathers and men to embrace their leadership roles and prioritize their health during the Father's Day Walk Against Violence organized by Men on a Mission on Sunday. The event started at Camp Aingana and included participants from the discipline services, government officials, and private sector representatives. Prime Minister Phillips emphasized the importance of personal health for men to effectively lead in their homes, communities, and the national level. He highlighted health and wellness as a critical aspect of the Men on a Mission initiative, urging men to take responsibility for their health to support their roles as leaders. Currently, 60 homes are being developed by the Men on a Mission team for those in need. The Men on a Mission initiative, a beacon of hope, is dedicated to addressing social issues through training, mentorship, and community support. It brings together men from various backgrounds, uplifting vulnerable individuals and fostering a sense of empowerment. The group has successfully conducted enhancement exercises, job fairs, and health outreaches, and recently launched a youth empowerment and mentorship program in Georgetown, all contributing to a brighter future. Similar events were held in all 10 administrative regions. In other news, the Ministry of Health, in a significant gesture, paid tribute to individuals who have significantly contributed to the nation's blood transfusion efforts during the commemorative activities for World Blood Donors Day. This year's theme is 20 years of celebrating giving. Thank you, blood donors. Minister of Health Dr. Frank Anthony highlighted the shift from paid to voluntary blood donation.
We have been able to move our donation where people were paid to donate to one where it's completely voluntary driven. And that's a testament to the many persons around the country who every year would donate not once per year, but several times per year. And donating 6 times per year for many years, that certainly is a remarkable feat.
Renowned donor Jules Gibson shared his journey, which began in 1992 after a family member's accident.
I had a cousin who was involved in a serious accident, and he was required emergency blood transfusion. I took at the blood bank an athletic friend, somebody who I think is big, strong, and healthy, to donate on my behalf, Minister. But upon checking his blood count, it was low. And then the technician said, I will check you. And from there, ever since, from 1992, I usually donate blood 6 times a year.
Gibson said there are several benefits to blood donation.
I will continue to be a donor as long as physically I can donate. Because when we donate blood, as we heard, it's a mini health check. That's fine. But think about saving lives, restoring health, and promote recovery.
Blood donation not only saves lives, but also offers health benefits to donors, serving as a mini health checkup that involves testing for infectious diseases like hepatitis C. The government's collaboration with the Pan American Association has not only reduced treatment costs, but also increased successful treatments, underscoring the value of each donor's contribution. The celebrations honor past achievements and inspire future generations to sustain a robust blood supply for years. Don't go away after the break. Peru's Congress advances constitutional changes risking judicial and electoral independence. And wildfires spread across California.
Not a single bar of service.
Not with us. Digicel officially has the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Ookla, the company behind Speedtest, recognizes Digicel as the network with the best mobile coverage in Guyana. Be it in Aishalton or in Etteringban, we got you covered.
Digicel, the award-winning network for everyone, everywhere.
Hello, my fellow TikToker followers. He is Credit, and today all we will be making Chinese noodles with peppies, chow mein, chicken fritters, and spice cake. For the noodles, all these will be using peppies, black pepper, cashew,
Chinese sauce, soy sauce, garlic sauce, paprika, Chinese seasoning, chow mein seasoning, white spice, and all-purpose seasoning.
Next, this chicken that we marinated, soak for all you know nothing with peppies, green seasoning, miracle seasoning,
Pepper sauce, chicken seasoning, paprika, garlic powder, dark seasoning, black pepper, onion powder, and ginger powder, and document plantain flour, and then this butter we make with this quick piece powder, and we
boil in high. We serve with peppies, barbecue sauce. Radica went to the supermarket and she proper buy up enough things. She feels she alone can cook, but she routine even wrong. She shaped like a guy in a map.
Peppies has a wide range of ingredients available at supermarkets nationwide. Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
The Father's Day cultural extravaganza is here again. Yes, it's dedication to Daddy 5, a father's dream too. Featuring Marissa Morgan Bonney, Romel Edmondson, Keisha Sam, Delisha Wright, Simone Dowding, Jolyon Harry, Colin Ambrose, Mosa Telford, Frederick Minty, Antoine De Silva, Ryan Headley, Creative Arts Dance Troupe, and others. On Sunday, June 16 from 8 p.m. at the National Cultural Center. Tickets are $2,500. Directed by Sharon Cadogan Taylor.
Good girl forget things.
What's the problem, Granny?
I want money for borrow for those surgery. I was dancing and I fall and fracture my hip.
If you need some quick money, you should check Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop, lot 238 South Road Border, Georgetown. Get jewelry made to order in just 72 hours. We also accept vehicles. Lender's, best rates, longest payback period.
Boys, I get through. Plus, I could dance again. Lender's Jewelry and Pawn Shop.
Sneakily with a gift of sight from Modern Optical Services. Let our professional team examine and prescribe what's the best for your eyes. Common smiles make fashionable faces. See us for a full line of optical services, including brand name and prescription eyewear. Modern Optical Services, 316 Middle Street, Georgetown. Telephone 226-1082.
Furnishing your home or office has never been easier. Here at Kissoon's, our inventory of locally made and imported furniture, offered at amazing prices, will leave you wanting more. From vinyl, floor rugs and carpets, bedroom, dining and living room sets, mattresses, pillows, office desk, chairs and filing cabinets, outdoor benches and tables. We have a piece of furniture for every room imaginable in your home or office. Check out our flagship store at Industrial Site Rijnveld or one of our branches in New Amsterdam, Port Morant, Riverton and Camp Street. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 50 years.
Welcome back. Now we take a look at what's happening in the region and around the world. In the U.S. Virgin Islands, a 72-year-old woman, Lydia Robles, was arrested for fraud after impersonating her deceased mother and forging her signature to sell a property she did not own. The Virgin Islands police began investigating the woman on December 3, 2021, after receiving a complaint about her obtaining $42,000 under false pretense for a property in Williams Delight. The complainant also invested $70,000 in renovations before discovering Robles did not own the property. An arrest warrant was issued on April 13, 2022. Robles was apprehended on June 15, 2024 at Henry E. Wolson's Airport and charged with fraud-related offenses. Bail was set and she remains in custody pending a hearing. Meanwhile, Peru's Congress has been voting on a series of controversial laws, which critics says will fast-track its authoritarian power. The new legislation will eliminate key judicial bodies and reduce the independence of electoral authorities. Rights groups are warning that Peru's democracy is in danger. Al Jazeera's Mariana Sanchez reports.
Peru's Congress has moved forward on constitutional amendments that would give the government broad powers to control judicial and electoral bodies. Members of Congress are being accused of trying to shield their political organizations from prosecution. Nearly 50% of legislators or their parties are under criminal investigations. Critics say some of the newly proposed laws undermine judicial and electoral independence, funding of non-governmental organizations, or affect freedom of expression. The list includes an amnesty law that seeks to reverse convictions for members of military and police who committed crimes against humanity before July of 2002, contradicting international law. Nearly 70,000 Peruvians died during the armed conflict with the Shining Path group between 1980 and 2000. The Truth and Reconciliation Commission says almost 40% of the crimes were committed by government forces. Supporters of this law say calling the killings crimes against humanity is an exaggeration.
There were no crimes against humanity, there were excesses that were punished. We have to be fair and understand that the military tried to solve a problem. We can't blame them. To qualify them as crimes against humanity is exaggerated.
The measure, approved on a first round of voting, will affect nearly 600 human rights cases yet to undergo trials.
For example, the case of hundreds of 14 and 15-year-olds raped systematically by the military. That case would be shelved by this impunity law.
Many victims have been waiting for more than 30 years for justice. Critics say legislators stopped short on their final vote of the amnesty law due to international pressure. But the law that will allow dozens of human rights violators to walk free is widely expected to be approved next month. Analysts say other laws weaken institutions and the rule of law.
This Congress has passed laws that favor illegal mining, deforestation, and promote informality. We are living a kind of dictatorship with extremists in parliament taking advantage of a weak government.
President Dina Boluarte, who's under investigation for rights abuses, hasn't commented on the issue. And legislators say opinion contrary to the rulings interferes with Peru's national interest. Mariana Sanchez, Al Jazeera, Lima.
Internationally, at least 9 people have died and dozens more have been injured after a freight train collided with a passenger train in India's West Bengal state. Al Jazeera's Zain Bashravi reports.
Darjeeling in West Bengal, a tourist spot nestled in the Himalayan foothills, the scene of India's latest rail accident. A train carrying cargo is suspected to have missed a signal and crashed into a passenger train. The force was so severe, one car was seen rising into the air.
The train was going slowly, and another train hit from the back and our train turned upside down.
I felt I wouldn't survive, but with great difficulty the rescuers pulled us out. I didn't feel we would survive, it felt like a big jolt.
2 of the casualties in Monday's crash were railway personnel. Initial reports suggest the collision may have happened when the driver of the freight train missed a signal. The accident is one of hundreds reported annually. Outdated signaling equipment is often to blame.
Initially, the cause looks like human error, but we will know more after the inquiry. But human error is something we have to control as well.
The world's most populous country boasts one of the world's largest rail networks. In recent years, India has spent big money to upgrade its network with modern stations and electronic signaling systems to improve safety. But the aftermath of this latest crash is a reminder. India's national rail system, operating 14,000 trains and moving 12 million passengers every day, continues to have one of the worst safety records in the world. Zain Basravi, Al Jazeera.
Finally, A wildfire burning northwest of the U.S. city of Los Angeles has forced the evacuation of about 1,200 people from a popular outdoor recreation area and burned more than 12,000 acres, authorities said. No injuries have been reported. Al Jazeera's Rob Reynolds reports.
Wildfire season has begun in California, with several wind-whipped blazes burning across the state. North of San Francisco, a wildfire sent up a huge plume of smoke as it consumed brush and trees in a sparsely populated area of Sonoma County. One firefighter was injured fighting the blaze, and some structures were destroyed. Evacuation orders were issued for residents.
We were here for the other evacuations. We've evacuated twice. Don't love it. It's kind of like a PTSD moment,
right.
But it's also pretty far away, and our fire crews are pretty awesome.
Near the state capital, Sacramento, a brush fire burned. Heavy rains during the winter months soaked California and caused grasses, underbrush, and chaparral plants to grow and flourish. But now, hotter temperatures have dried out those plants, turning them into an abundant source of fuel for fires. The largest wildfire is raging north of Los Angeles and has consumed more than 65 square kilometers of wildland.
We have 2.5 years of unburned fuel in a lot of places because we haven't had a big major fire over the last couple of seasons. We've had them just bumping off, but not to this size. So there's a lot of unburnt fuel out there and a lot of growth. And with the wind and the low humidity, they've dried out already.
About 1,000 firefighters have been deployed to the area, as well as aircraft. There were no reported injuries, although 1,200 hikers and campers were evacuated from the area. Climate scientists' computer models suggest the western states and Hawaii will see unusually hot and dry weather during the summer and into the fall. That could well be an omen of even more severe and dangerous wildfires to come. Rob Reynolds, Al Jazeera, Los Angeles.
This brings us to the end of our regional and global news coverage. Up next is the 3-day weather forecast. And that's it, TV2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to follow us on Facebook and YouTube. You can tune in tomorrow at 6:30 a.m. for a rebroadcast and at 7 p.m. for more news. Until then, please take care of yourself and each other.